Good evening, grade 9s. Today's lesson is on compound ions. They're also called radicals, and in your textbook this section is found on page 108, 109. So in this lesson I want to teach you how to write formulas when you have compound ions as part of the compound. So first of all, you'll have to learn this list of compound ions off by heart. I've reduced the list. I don't expect you to know all of them as in your textbook, but these are the ones I want you to know. The chlorate ion has the formula ClO3, and it's got a negative charge. So it's got chlorine and oxygen in the ratio 1:3 with a negative charge. A possible compound is potassium chlorate. Now, we use valencies to help us to write formulas. The negative charge on the chlorate ion, the one negative charge, tells you that the valency is 1. And potassium is an element in group 1, so its valency is 1. So when we write the formula for potassium chlorate, you've got 1 potassium joined to 1 chlorate. So it is KClO3. Let's do another example with chlorate. Let's go for calcium chlorate. Calcium chlorate. Now calcium is an element in group 2, so its valency is 2, and chlorate has a 1 negative charge on it, so its valency is 1. To make these numbers equal, we need to multiply the 1 by 2. So you will need 2 chlorates to join to a calcium. Now, because you've got more than one element in the chlorate, this is what we do. We write calcium symbol down, and then there will be 2 chlorates. So we write the chlorates formula in brackets. And then outside the bracket a subscript 2 to indicate that there are 2 chlorate ions joining to a calcium ion. The next compound ion I want you to know is the nitrate ion. So it's got nitrogen and oxygen in the ratio 1:3, and the nitrate ion also has 1 negative charge on it. Examples of compounds is sodium nitrate. Now, just like potassium, sodium is in group 1, so it's got 1 valency, and the nitrate's got 1 negative charge, so its valency is 1. So the formula for sodium nitrate is NaNO3. Next one is magnesium nitrate. Now, magnesium is an element in group 2, so you should know by now that the valency for magnesium is 2. Nitrate's got 1 negative charge on it, so its valency is 1. So the formula for magnesium nitrate is Mg, and we will need 2 nitrates to have a together valency of 2. So the nitrate consists of 2 elements, nitrogen and oxygen, and it needs to go in brackets when you have more than one nitrate joining to another element, and there must be two. The next compound is nitric acid or hydrogen nitrate. Hydrogen nitrate is known as nitric acid. Hydrogen is in group 1, so its valency is 1, and nitrate's got a 1 negative charge, so its valency is 1. So hydrogen nitrate is HNO3, a very strong acid. The next radical is the carbonate ion. The carbonate ion has carbon and oxygen in the ratio 1:3, but this ion has a 2 negative charge because it's got 2 extra electrons on it. So its valency will be 2. Compounds, let's look at lithium carbonate. Lithium carbonate. By now, if you have followed my lessons, you would know what to do. Lithium is in group 1, its valency is 1. Carbonate's got a 2 negative charge, so its valency is 2. So the formula for lithium nitrate, you would need 2 lithiums to form 2 bonds. So Li 2 CO3. We only put the compound ions in brackets when there is more than one joining to another element. Next, we're going to look at magnesium. Carbonate. Now magnesium is an element in group 2, so its valency is 2. Carbonate's got a 2 negative charge, so its valency is 2. So to write the formula for magnesium carbonate, 1 magnesium joins to 1 carbonate. Lastly here, I want us to look at hydrogen carbonate. And this is what we call carbonic acid. And hydrogen is like lithium in group 1, so its valency is 1. So hydrogen carbonate will be H2CO3. Next, I want us to look at the ion hydrogen carbonate. Now, the hydrogen carbonate ion is HCO3, and the carbonate has lost one of the negatives. So the common formula here is sodium hydrogen carbonate. Sodium hydrogen carbonate. And the hydrogen carbonate's got a valency of 1, sodium's got a valency of 1, so the formula is sodium hydrogen carbonate. Next compound ion I want us to look at is the sulphate ion, SO4 2 negative. The compounds I want us to look at is sodium sulphate, now sodium is in group 1, its valency is 1, sulphate's got a 2 negative charge, so its valency is 2. So when we write the formula, there must be 2 sodiums joined to the sulphate ion. Next one, magnesium sulphate. Now magnesium is in group 2, so its valency is 2. Sulphate's got a 2 negative charge, So magnesium sulfate is MgSO4. Lastly, I want us to look at sulfuric acid or hydrogen sulfate. So hydrogen is like sodium valency 1, so hydrogen sulfate is H2SO4. Next, I want us to look at the permanganate ion. And the permanganate ion is MnO4 negative. So manganese and oxygen joined in a ratio 1:4 with a negative charge. And the examples I want us to look at is potassium permanganate. If you follow the path of valencies, it's very easy. Potassium is in group 1, while valency 1, permanganate's got a 1 negative charge, so its valency is 1. So potassium permanganate is KMnO4. Next, we're looking at the phosphate ion. So phosphate is PO4 3 negative. I want us to look at magnesium phosphate. Magnesium is in group 2, so its valency is 2. Phosphate's got a 3 negative charge, so its valency is 3. Here we have those two numbers that we must make together, make a 6. So the 2 must be multiplied by 3, and 3 must be multiplied by 2 to have the valencies equal. So magnesium, you've got 3 of them joining to 2 phosphates, so the phosphate must go in brackets, and there must be 2. Another common compound here is hydrogen phosphate or phosphoric acid. Hydrogen phosphate. Hydrogen is in group 1, its valency is 1, so you'll need 3 hydrogens to join to the phosphate. Ethanoate is CH3COO negative. CH negative. And the common compound here is vinegar or ethanoic acid. And all we miss there is a hydrogen, CH3COOH. Lastly, I want us to look at the hydroxide ion. It's OH negative. Sodium hydroxide, sodium is in group 1, hydroxide's got a valency of 1, so sodium hydroxide is NaOH. Calcium is in group 2, it's got a valency of 2, and hydroxide's got a valency of 1, so the hydroxide must be multiplied by 2 when it joins to the calcium. Sodium hydroxide is drain cleaner, and calcium hydroxide is what we use to make clear lime water. Right, this list I took from your textbook. It's got some common compounds that you need to know the name and the formula, the chemical name as well as the formula and the common name. I hope you find this lesson useful.